Community Profiles with TV Rotorua and the Rotorua Energy Charitable Trust.
The name hospice is synonymous up and down New Zealand for the top palliative care for anybody suffering, particularly obviously terminal illness and so on. Hospice is well known, but right here in Rotorua they are very proactive and there's a lot of activities including their shop and so on. But who better to tell us about it right now on Community Profiles? Jan Morgan, you're the Funding Development Manager. There's a big title in there.
Yes, it is.
What is the title?
Well, it's Funding Development Manager, so in other words, fundraiser.
Yeah. Which, again, obviously from the point of view of hospice, you don't get a lot of funding, so it's your job, I guess, overall is ongoing, isn't it, really?
Yes, it is, and unfortunately there's a funding gap between what the DHB actually give hospice and what we need to raise to operate the service.
How difficult is it then in terms of your organisation right here in Rotorua to think of new, I guess, and innovative and fresh ideas? You've always got to come up, don't you? I guess that's the challenge for new things.
Yes, they do, although in saying that we have some really good favourite popular fundraisers which are very dear to a lot of people's hearts. So at the moment I'm just working on getting volunteers together and rosters together for the favourite remembrance or memory tree. So that's where people can leave a message and they write a little message to their loved ones that can't be with them at Christmas, because Christmas is a fairly important time.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah, and so they write a lovely message and then they place it with a bauble or a Christmas decoration onto the tree. And then we collect all those beautiful decorations and cards, and we burn them in a ceremony of fire and bless them and scatter the ashes.
And of course during the whole of the rest of the year there are regular events. I mean there's relatively recently there was the Hooves for Hospice and things like that, which is great. And a lot of the things, although they're for a serious cause, are attractive to people because there's a fun element. So you've got to combine both, don't you?
You're dead right. And we try and give people a huge amount of opportunity to give or donate. So Friends of Hospice, for instance, have got Yvonne Lorcan, and that's going to be on the 1st of November at the racecourse actually. So we're looking forward to seeing and hearing a great food and wine critic. Unfortunately all the tickets are sold out, but that's actually fortunate because that's really great. So hats up to the Friends of Hospice, they're a great bunch of ladies.
Sure. Your whole volunteer thing, you can't do everything on your own, and I know you've already got a team of people that do regular things. Volunteers are an important part of hospice, aren't they?
Hugely important. We couldn't operate the 2 hospice shops without volunteers, and as you know, we've got the CBD shop in Erera Street, and then we've got the Peruru Street shop. So yes, we could not operate those 2 hospice shops without.
And often it's an awareness thing. There are people probably watching right now that think, well, I've got a bit of time, maybe I could give some time, and I guess the more volunteers you get, the lighter the load, isn't it?
Absolutely. The precious gift of time is so important to us. And no, I don't have a fundraising team. It's me, myself and I. So it's really, really important that those that are willing to give a couple of days well, a couple of days would be marvellous, but our remembrance trees are going to be in 4 different locations, and we've got trees at New World, at Fenton Street Countdown, at the mall, and at Farmers in the foyer there. So.
And with regard to the remembrance trees, not too far away now?
No, we need volunteers or tree sitters from the 10th of December through to the 15th, so with 4 locations this year. We're really, the heat is on, we need some tree sitters.
And the old story of many hands make light work.
Oh, absolutely.
Appreciate your time here on Community Profiles with us. Keep up the good work. Hospice does a great job up and down the country, but right here in Rotorua is definitely no exception. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. Thanks for having us at your place on Community Profiles. We'll see you next time.
If you would like to volunteer your time to help the hospice team continue their valuable work, please use the contact details on your screen. Or of course, you can make a donation. They'd love to hear from you. Community Profiles with TV Rotorua and the Rotorua Energy Charitable Trust.